Hey, what's up guys? Weightlifting Con coming up this weekend, and I just want to give you a couple of tips and pointers of how it's going to go down, and also some tips in the lead up to the competition itself. So first things first, we're going to have to make sure that you have a weigh-in on early on the day. So you're going to come in, make sure that you have a weigh-in as well before you get to before you start off. Okay, now your weight on that day is going to be a crucial component in your weightlifting. So you don't want to be overcutting it at all. You want to try and keep it roughly the same. But if you can maybe shed a kilo or two in that time from between now and Sunday, that will be the best thing that you can do, because you can still maintain strength by cutting back by a kilo or two. Now this means by not changing anything that you're doing normally, by eating your macros and your nutrients and all of that, what you'll probably lose a little bit of will probably be water. And one of the ways for you to actually lose water weight is to, first of all, if you're taking creatine monohydrate, then reduce your creatine monohydrate and drink waters. Now, you don't want to be guzzling a lot of water, but you also don't want to be under drinking your water as well. So you're going to be having some water in your diet, but 3 days out, let's say the comp is on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. By the time you get to Thursday, you want to try and control how much water you have leading up into the competition. All right, and so from 3 days onwards, what you want to do is to not over drink your water, have enough water in throughout the day. You don't want to be overly tired throughout as well. Okay, so that's my biggest tip for you, is to not over drink. If you want to still continuously try to reduce the water in your body, what you could also do is to try spitting. Now, I did this in my lead up into my comp as well, where I did a lot of spitting, which means you remove all the fluids, which will be your saliva, and you can reduce up to a couple of 100 grams of water weight by doing spitting. This is one of the techniques that you actually can use, and then also try to not overly eat foods that are excessively salty or excessively sweet, right? So if you do that, your body will not take on extra weight, because if you eat foods that are highly salty or highly sweet, your automatic reaction is to actually consume more water, and then that's going to hold on a lot more water as well. And your foods that are excessively salty and sweet, they tend to come along with a lot of sugar as well. So you want to control the amount of salt and sugar that you have in your diets. So that's your lead up into it. Your food intake, your water intake. Don't change anything too drastically right now. Just be careful on how much water you take in, because even if you are half a kilo or a kilo lighter, it's going to mean a lot more for your weightlifting coefficient as well. So everything will be based on your Sinclair coefficient. So just make sure you get that into your plan. By the time you hit Thursday, start limiting the amount of fluids that you have in the lead up to Sunday. Okay, this is one part of some of the tips that I'm going to be shelling out. So stay tuned to the other tips, and we'll see you in the next video.